is In the Shadows Podcast. Lots of cigar talk, but if it's going on in the world, we'll be talking about that too. And by the way, the fellas don't shy away from controversial topics. Trust me. So grab that stick, kick back with your favorite drink, and let's do the thing. This is the In the Shadows Podcast. Now your hosts, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, along with Albert, Martine, and Eric.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shadow Smoke's Legion in the Shadow Podcast. I'm your host, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, and today we have Eric, Martine, and Albert with us. And I think today will be only proper for us to continue the conversation where Albert kind of missed from the last episode. We were talking about Miami. So previous episode, we talked about how we encourage people to do meets like that, to go hang out, to see a different side of the industry, see the people that's making your cigars, you'll have new feel about the company itself. Literally right before the show, I was talking to Brendan, cigar mechanic, and he bring up a really good point, right? This particular trip, we went to Espinosa, we went to EPC, and went to Luis Cueva, Casa Cuevas, and we see the three type of like a general what a cigar companies are like, right? First, we have Eric Espinosa is more like a fun guy. He's just like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I just want to hang out, have fun. Everybody, the fun guy in a party. That's what Eric is. So you go to his factory, it's boxes everywhere, bottles everywhere. It looks like a pretty loose, like back in the alley kind of operation thing. It's cozy, but it's cramped, right? And then we have EPC, which organized the company like a corporation, really nicely run. Everything's clean. They have an office section, they have a meeting section, they have it's all separated out. And then we went to Casa Cueva, which is like a family, it's like, hey, I just wanted to have my family and we all have fun, we care about the people that we have, that kind of environment. So I think we can start the conversation today with do you guys agree with that? Like Albert, like what do you feel when you see those three? What is the distinct difference that you feel from the three that we went to?
Right, and to be fair about it, we did not actually go to the warehouse or the I guess we might call it headquarters for Casa Cuevas. We went to his house, so that was a completely different feel and look, and so that did change things up. It would have been interesting to go to his warehouse. I think it was even in the works that we might do that, and but I think we had the better choice to go to his house because we did get to hang out in the backyard and just get a feel for what they do. And I'll tell you, some of the pictures we saw after we left from additional nights that because we have a new member from his friends, right? Because he had some of his friends there, and it sounds like what we experienced is very similar to what they do on the weekends, which is really, really cool to experience that, because they're regular people. I mean, they own a cigar company and tobacco factory or a rolling, where they roll cigars for people, and but they're just regular people in a lot of ways. And that was a lot of fun to experience that. But I have a feeling, though, his warehouse is more similar to Espinosa's warehouse to some extent. It may not have, and to give Espinosa a break, I mean, they had just received a lot of stock for some event. I can't remember what it was, but they were in the middle of trying to sort through a lot of that stuff. So it's hard to really know what their environment's like. But what I really enjoyed about Espinosa was when we got there, we were like in their break room. Like we were able to go to the corner and sit in the couches, and it was clearly well used. So, it was something that we had people coming in, dropping off their lunches in the refrigerator and heading back to go do the work that they do. And so that was a real authentic experience is what I thought at Espinosa. So I really enjoyed that a lot. EP Creo, that was more like going to a Better Homes and Gardens kind of a place where it's all decked out, and you didn't want to set anything anywhere it didn't belong, kind of a thing. And it was nice, very elegant, but it was just a different experience. So I enjoyed all three. Frankly, I think it was a really, really good experience.
Okay, I just want to add to that. I'm not saying that Eric's location is not good. I'm just saying that it feels like those like fun guy. It's not really, doesn't want an actual corporate structure. It's more like, hey, me, my son, we work together, which is kind of similar to Luis Cuevas, the Casa Cuevas like structure, right? It's family, right? So yeah, but like at the same time, it gives me like a feel of that three is kind of three separate category, right? One is like, just friends and like a really loose structure, and then the other one has like a whole just family and family only structure, and the last one is a corporation structure, right? Because like when I go to the Eric Espinosa's place, even though it's the back room, you see the graffitis on the wall, the picture on the wall, it really feels that way. It feels like a back alley kind of thing. Not saying that's bad. Not saying that it's bad. It's still fun.
And when we get there, we're like, are we in the right place?
I mean, I don't think it was sketchy. I think it was just very raw. Like you have a building that does everything you need in that whatever neighborhood or whatever it was. But I think it was like, if it works and you have the space to do what you need, then just fucking get it done. And I think that's how Eric is. He just needs the space to be able to pack everything up, ship everything out. It's a shipping facility, basically, is all it is.
Yeah, they just used, we were there, they were repacking the stuff that we receive, right? So it's this redistribution center that they have, basically, ship things out once they receive it. So it's not supposed to be somewhat elegant, but they have the space, basically drawn out for everything that they use for. And there's no reason for them to, have a place like EPC totally decked out, right? Because it's not meant to be doing that stuff. Yes, Albert.
But I will say, when we went to the back where they had the cooler, if you want to call it that, the refrigerated area where they had all their stock, it was very well organized, super organized. I mean, there was a spot for each type of cigar, and they could easily do inventory I'm sure they have to keep track of. And so what they clearly go in there and bring it out. So, I did see kind of two parts of that, and I don't know everyone got a chance to go back to that. I know Brandon took us back there, took myself, I think Martine, you went back there with us, right? And we were able to kind of go back and see that. That was pretty amazing. So yeah, they are definitely organized. It's just it was more raw. I'll give Martine that's for sure.
It was like organized chaos. If that makes any sense.
Well, they know where things are at, right? I mean, even though we're sitting in the corner, everything is like, in the pallet, nicely in the box. It's not everywhere. When I was joking about the bottles, they had the bottle kind of hide away somewhere, but it's still organized place. But then, like I said, it's kind of like an experience of three different categories, yet they're in the same industry. You know what I'm saying? So, what about Eric? What do you feel about these three categories? How do you feel about them?
To tell the truth, Eric Espinosa, I just feel like I'm a break at lunch when I'm working. That's why I feel like it's kind of like everywhere. It's small, it's like everybody's in one corner. But I'm used to that, right? I'm fine with that. I'm not like a neat freak or anything. But yeah, it just seemed like that's where they eat the lunch, and it actually is, right? That's where they get the lunch break, have cigar break, so like that is fine. And at EPC, that's my kind of thing. I like that room like that, That's like I like to sit down, very organized, everything look nice, tidy, clean, and professionally. And at Lewis, it's more like, to me, that's more like a friendship, family gathering. At the end of the week, you work so hard, you get around with your friends and you drink, you smoke cigar, and have fun in the pool, like the two, you call them bastard. Yeah, that's more of a family vibe for me, right? I like that too. That's like the end of the week, just lay back, hang out. That's where Lewis stand for me. That's nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's my thought.
And to be fair, Lewis did have also a distribution warehouse, but he literally said that there's no place to sit. It's just a warehouse. There's nothing to see. So he much rather us to do it in his house than a warehouse. And like, I mean, and obviously, all of y'all are not gonna stay in his warehouse at 2:30 a.m. because if we do, who knows? Another lavatory will get released because we're there so late, right? So it's definitely not a good place to stay at the middle of the night for sure. So the way it ended up is pretty good. So previous episode we talked about our experience, but Albert wasn't able to make it. So like let's add that in, right? Albert, like describe your experience about this meet, and we definitely said that we encourage people to participate something like this. And they should, if whatever group that they're in, offer something like this, they should. What is your opinion on that? How's your experience on this whole thing?
Oh, it was a great experience. With my job, I wanted to go early, and I wound up coming in the same day my brother did, and he got in earlier, and I got there around 10 o'clock. So we were able to think. I can't remember. We did go to one cigar lounge that night, didn't we? If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember now.
No, you didn't.
We didn't. Y'all went to Cigar Art is what y'all wound up going to. But
yeah, that's what we did.
Okay, so next morning we get up and we some of us have breakfast at McDonald's, and they don't bring breakfast to the others they're picking up. But that's fine. That's a different story. But we did get in the car. We went to a lounge, and I don't know how El Titan de Bronze came about. Is that something you just looked up on your phone, or how did that happen, Martin?
So that was one shop that I wanted to check out. So I had it tagged on my map as if, okay, if we have time, we'll go there. So I knew I wanted to visit it because it's a famous factory. I've heard about it. Willie Herrera blends a lot of cigars there. They make a lot of cigars for other companies. So it was on my map as somewhere that I wanted to go. And then all of a sudden we found that extra lounge. It was across the street just by accident.
Right. So that was amazing to me. Going into the factory, I expected that to be a lounge, and then we would maybe hit the other lounge across the street from it. And come to find out, they're sitting there rolling cigars, and I didn't know what they were rolling. I saw that they have their own blends, or they have their own cigars, a little 5-pack that we could purchase, or some Cuban sandwiches that were there as well, or short filler. They might have just been short filler that they were selling for fairly cheap. And we were able to kind of ask some questions. And I heard the name Willie, but I didn't really put that together until we left and then went across the street over to Little Havana. And that was amazing. That was like the Easter egg of the whole trip, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because here's this guy sitting across the street from this factory who's rolling the Cohiba Series M, the Lagoria Cabana cigars, Partagas, various brands that I have seen in their lounges, but I hadn't really thought that they would be rolled in Miami. I always thought this stuff's rolled in Nicaragua or Dominican Republic, and always wondered why the price was so high on those cigars. Like what's causing these cigars to be $2 or $3, $4 higher than maybe comparable cigars? And it makes better sense to me now, because if they're paying those rollers to live in Miami, it makes sense that that would jack up the price a little bit more, cause more costs to be involved in the production of them. And I still might be wrong about that, but it was still really cool to see that they were producing that many. I think 100, 150 cigars a day is what the lady told us. And to go across the street and listen and talk to this guy. And as we start to introduce ourselves and share with him what our itinerary was for the week, it was really cool to hear him say, "Oh yeah, I know Lewis. He comes in here all the time, and he's a good friend." And it just kind of get a behind the scenes of how the industry works or how the business works in that town. And that was real eye opening. This guy had some cigars. He had a wide variety of cigars, but he also identified himself as a box seller. Like he was not really interested in selling onesie and twosies. He was more about, try these out, and if you like them, then yeah, let me sell you a box of cigars. And while we were talking, he was packaging cigars up, and I mean, it looked like a lounge. It had some chairs there, and he had some regulars that came in. But for that day, we were, kind of his new regulars, if you want to call it that, because we wound up going back the next day. Yeah, we wound up going back the next day. So to me, the whole meet, to answer your question, Tony, the whole meet really begins before the meet, right? It's a couple days before we actually do our time, and then. Because we had an event planned for Friday, we had an event planned for Saturday. The big event was Saturday, and then the day after, the cool-off day. And I wish I could have stayed until Monday like everyone else and been able to watch football in the different lounges and go to a couple more. But I had to get back. I had a hard time stop that I had to go for to get back to my job, or it would have really cost me a lot of money. So, but the pre-event and then the event itself was just phenomenal. I did not really know what to expect going to Espinosa. Didn't expect to know what to do, what we experienced at Epicurio, but it was very informational. I mean, like just talking to these guys, and they would answer just about any question you asked, and go into detail, and so that was a lot of fun. So yes, to be a part of a group that can organize an event like this, to go to different lounges in an area together, experience those lounges together, and then get to meet industry titans, if you want to call them that, because yes, they're selling a lot of cigars. They're impacting the market is phenomenal. And if you ever get a chance to do that or organize something like that, even if it's a small group, it would be well worth the time to do that. So I'm really fortunate. I'm really grateful that we have a Legion that has certain connections and interest, and we have members that are willing to set aside time, save up money and go and just spend time with each other. That was probably the best part of it. We see each other on the video chats all the time, and so when we got together in real life, right, and see each other face to face, we were able just to kind of pick up where we left off on the video chat, and just take the connection even better, even further.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what Eric was saying. It's like you get to see everybody online, and then you meeting them for the first time. That was like the experience.
And that's what makes our first one so special, right? Arizona is when we really first time everybody meet up, and that we know that feeling. So we try to encourage people to do that, because when you actually have something like this, the feeling is forever. I mean, that you'll remember that day kind of thing. So, and I just feel this is funny. So far we have technically three meetings. You guys always have something to do before I arrive or after I leave. It's really annoying. And that's usually the good one too. Usually the good one. It's always the day, the day before I arrive or the day after I leave. You guys always plan the good ones there. I don't understand why.
Because you come late.
I don't come late. I mean, I plan something and people decide to arrive a day before or whatever. I said the event's on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You guys decide to arrive Tuesday, Wednesday. You
got to plan for a Wednesday and then leaving on a Monday. That's like, you won't miss anything.
No, bullshit. I will plan on a Wednesday. Somebody's going to arrive on Tuesday and do something.
That's the point.
Don't give me that bullshit.
Hashimoto.
Right? You guys will do that to me every single time. Like, okay, this is the day I'm going to arrive, and everybody's like, you know what? I'm going to be there the day before. And then you guys go do something really crazy, go to a nice lounge and whatever. And then another thing, I also, this is a trend, okay? People who go get burger in the morning, bring some burger back. What the fuck, yo? How hard is to bring a couple burgers? Say, hey, is anybody still hungry? Seriously. Unbelievable, guys. There, White Castle, McDonald's. Come on. Learn from Denise, okay? If she's got to order McDonald's, everybody gets it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what happened. We'll be there in 5 minutes. 15 minutes later, I call him up. Hey, where are you? Oh, we're just sitting down to get something to eat, man. It'll be another 15 minutes.
Well, it's because when I said we're leaving in 5 minutes, that means we still have another 25 minutes to drive.
Still, 25 minutes to drive, but you could just say, we're going to grab a bite on the way, so it might take a little bit longer. Come on. We have communication for that reason. But still, anybody who this should be a rule. Anybody who going to grab a burger, you grab a couple extra cheeseburger just to show up, okay? It's not that hard. It costs you $3.
I'll remember for next time.
Yeah, it's already second strike, Martin. Second strike.
Second strike with a burger. What happens on the third strike?
Go back to probation, lose your OG number.
God damn it.
Wow.
It is a lot better than the $40 breakfast that we had to eat, right? That was incredible. So, yeah.
Talking about at Fiora or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The brunch area.
Mine was free.
A lot better than paying $100 for 5 espressos.
Hey, $100 for 5 espressos?
Yeah. No, you remember our breakfast with just... We eat seafood for breakfast. Like that thing cost us like $100.
God damn. Seafood for breakfast.
Yeah, I think the most expensive thing that we spend there is actually the food. The food for the with the missus, they are expensive.
Yeah.
Which we were talking about this, right? My wife and Odette, Eric's girl, they wanted to go get coffee. That one cup of coffee is $25.
Yep.
Wow.
One cup of coffee. You're like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
All right.
Cool.
That coffee must be, virgin. So, in regards to that, I mean, we kind of get a hint to what it is, but Albert, what is, out of all the shops that you went to, every single one of them, which one's your favorite of this trip?
I would say the Little Havana was more my style.
Yes, that was mine too.
Yeah. Right. City Cigar was pretty good. I felt like that was the most comfortable of like the ones in the city near where we were staying. Mm-hmm. I was not a big fan of the Empire ones. I get it. I understand it's a different style of it's more of a club, high class kind of a deal. But the Little Havana is more my style. I thought it was more. I was able, when we went to the other places, we were just talking to ourselves. But when we went to Little Havana, other customers that came in, we were able to connect with them like right on the spot. It was without any hesitation, and I didn't get that at all at Empire or at City Lounge. Except for the waitress, right? She clearly has to talk to you and try to connect for the to take care of whatever you're asking for in that regard. So, but yeah, Little Havana was by far the best.
Yeah, so a little extra on that Monday when everyone was gone. Me and Rick were sitting at Cigar Boutique, which is what it's called. And Caesar gets up and he's like, "Oh, look, there's Willie Herrera." We're like, "What?" We look across the street and he's loading up his truck with boxes of tobacco to move somewhere, or boxes of cigars or something. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And we're just standing through the window looking at Willie Herrera.
Now, we must have been going to the different lounge because my experience with those was very different. That shop that you guys went to, what's it? You said Little Havana, that's called? I feel like there's literally no place to sit. We don't even have everybody there. There's no place to sit.
There's no place at all.
There was no way for us to settle there. And City Cigar is probably one of my least favorite because the music is just way too loud. You can't hear yourself. I can't even hear my own thoughts in that place.
Right.
So
I got a headache.
Yeah,
in
when
that
they were
place.
when they were on their break. Yeah, when they were on their break, a song. There was a couple songs playing over, and there was a cool. I forget what the song was, but they started to get back into the set, and I was able to get the guy's attention and ask him, "Hey man, let this song finish before y'all start, man." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you," because we might jam to a little bit, and so they did do that. That was kind of cool because they had to play low enough or soft enough that they could actually blend in with it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that was kind of funny. They were definitely too loud for what we were doing, but that's their thing. Was it once or twice a month? Once or twice a month they get into that. So
the way they arranged the chairs over there too, that I wasn't too fond of. It's just like entire long thing wasn't round. So like the only way to talk to the other side is you get up and walk to the other side. I feel like when we are Empire, the table was all crowded enough where you can talk to everybody. That's actually more comfortable for me. Of a style, and obviously I don't know. I like quiet places, so when I went to Davidoff one, it was quiet, it was nice.
Nice and peaceful.
I could chat with the people in front of me. I could actually hear him. I mean, that's what I preferred. So, I guess that's the difference, right?
I think any place with loud music is a no-go for me. But with Caesar's shop, Little Cigar Boutique, he was able to pull out more chairs, but he had his regular chairs. So when we had, I think, a good 8 of us there, he had pulled out some little fold-out chairs, which was cool. I mean, we were all able to sit down and talk with each other. But yeah, I mean, it is a small lounge, and it's usually for like his regular customers that come in and out throughout the week. That was one of my favorite shops. I mean, I went there 3 times. All the other ones were they were okay. They were more of, you had one shop that was more luxury. One was like more nightlife style. But yeah, I mean, I prefer just a regular lounge. You go in, sit down, have a cigar, BYOB, just bring your own beer, alcohol, whatever. It was kind of nice.
But that's the thing. I feel like, and nothing wrong with it, but I feel like that shop, the chair, or you can't even call it lounge because the chair and the table is really afterthought. Really, it feels that way. Because I remember when we showed up, right? They didn't even pull out the chair already. We're just standing there talking. I feel cramped. Like I had to walk around because it's like there's no space in there. And it could be just me because I'm fat or whatever, but it does feel tiny, that shop. I wouldn't call that a lounge, but it's a hangout for sure.
I mean, most of his business is online. He'll text message people, email people, and ship boxes out. So just for people to come in that are walking down the street, it's sufficient enough for him.
Like I will say, for comparison's sake, the sitting area is smaller than the original Cigars Daily.
Right. I mean, I've never been there, so I don't know.
Cigar City's got a couple sofas, and few loose chairs. We were able to fit 20 people there, but that shop, I don't think you can fit 20 people there.
Oh, I agree. The shop was not for the meat. Yeah. No, that was definitely a smaller group.
The shop was not for people to hang out.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's still nice. I mean, that's the thing, right? Based on that experience, the listener, if you go to Miami, that's one shop you should definitely go and hang out. Because Caesar's a great guy. He talks, nicely and all that stuff. He stopped walking around, but he still takes time to go talk to you. So that's pretty nice of him. And obviously that Titan and Brown's place, the people in there are very, very nice. They're very, very, very nice. So, good place to hang out, to kind of at least take a look at it and stuff like that. And obviously, like I said, when you can organize a meeting, it gives you a newfound understanding of the business. Like a lot of people, when we just smoke, like just think about it, right? When you start smoking cigar, you don't think about everything behind the cigar, right? Almost like unapproachable. You're just like, okay, I buy the cigar. Like you go out and buy a bag of chips, It's like, oh, I don't know anything about, Pringles. I know their factory, they make chips, and that's pretty much it. But once you start understanding it, when you see them, you're like, okay, I understand how they make the chips. I understand how it is. But when you talk to them, that's a different story. Now you find a different side of it, and that's really not what you think it is. I feel like, once you talk to Louis, once you talk to Eric, you feel like actually the other side is actually not that unapproachable. They are just like us, and they're not unfriendly or anything, and they have the same, I guess, same thoughts sometimes. Like we have questions, they're like, yeah, I think the same thing too. I don't wonder why, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to get that side of it. And obviously, like Albert said, we are planning to have more meets in the future in regards to factory and stuff like that, which I think I'm gonna lose half my hair for that. So if I turn bald, that's the reason. It's definitely something that we're looking to do, but logistic is gonna be crazy. Obviously, I got around there one time to let you know what's going on. I mean, I just found out yesterday that if you go to their factory in DR, their location in DR, there's no resort or hotels
Yeah.
near there.
Yeah.
It's just
very raw.
fields of it's like you gotta be renting someone's house and just staying
Yeah.
there. And I wonder if there's gonna be Wi-Fi. So
Man. Oh man. You bring that up, Tony. Holy crap.
I was thinking about that last night. I was like, are they gonna have Wi-Fi? Can I work?
Oh man.
Yeah. So I think that's gotta be very different. And people who's going there, like literally, I told my wife that. She's like, yeah, you guys can go. I'm staying home. Thank you. I need my Wi-Fi.
I mean, you're going to a place that's like they make the cigars. That is what they do. You're not. I mean, it's a different experience. It's like you're not going for the luxury part of it. You're going for like just the experience. I think if you want to experience something like the luxury lifestyle of it, you would go to
Bound Smoker.
no, what's the other place where Fuentes factory is? They have a lot of other companies near there that they have more of that up lifestyle, uppity lifestyle.
The thing is that I feel like I feel like when you go to something like that, you gotta have some leeway for yourself, right? It's like I said, it's something modern, something like for example, Martin's. If I gotta go there, I gotta be able to find burgers, because if I wake up, all I gotta find is something on the newspaper to eat, and it'll be very different than can I go to McDonald's, So that's what I worry about, and but then that is what it is, right? I mean, when you think about DR, there is a luxurious resort side of it. Where near the seaport and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they have those, to cater to the cruisers and stuff like that. But something like this is in the infield. Yeah, it's got to be rough. And people, I think when we organize this, we got to let people know, like when you go in there, this will be the real all-day deal because you don't know where to go. And you don't want to run around by yourself either. It's one of those countries that you don't want to just go around by yourself for any reason. So it will be just like, full day thing. And it will be like, I think Ernie had mentioned one of their family things. They just invite their family friends and stuff like that. Somebody important, somebody they appreciate to go. And so, when you go there, we're just going to be their guests all day. And there's not other things to do. So.
This would probably be the first meet, Tony, where people do not come a day early and do things without you.
Yep, because it will be impossible. So
right.
basically
so
what's going to happen, and it's got to be everybody meet up at the same place, and we go on a plane and fly over there.
So there it is. There you have it.
You guys was No. So you guys will still arrive 2 days early, be at the airport the day of, and still have 2 days of fun before I get there. I know that.
No, we won't be able to because of what you're saying. So effectively,
because we had to all meet at Miami first.
All right. Yeah, that is true. So no more domestic meats, right? It's all going to have to be in international meats, is what we're saying.
The
I
next
don't think
two that we
so.
plan.
So you don't miss out, Tony. I get it. This is the key, man.
No,
This
'cause
is
you guys will still
this is how
arrive
you-
to the place first.
Oh
You guys
my
will still
gosh.
arrive. Okay, oh, we gotta meet at Miami, fly in down Saturday. Let's all arrive on like a freaking Wednesday, and then we wait until Tony will arrive on Friday, then we'll fly out.
Yeah, we hadn't thought of it.
It's gonna
until
happen.
We haven't thought it until you just said
Oh,
it.
damn.
So
Shit.
appreciate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know. I'm pretty sure you guys will do that. It's like, okay, so when's the flight? Oh, Friday is gotta be the flight. I'm like, okay, I'll arrive on there Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what
it's
we'll
gonna
do.
happen.
That's
I
what
know
we'll
it's
do.
gonna happen. So, yeah.
So, Tony,
You know.
I figured out the one I was talking about. It's called Pro Cigar in the Dominican. And you have all these different tobacco fields and factory tours and all this stuff that you can choose to do. And then at the end, they have like an after party. So it's more of like the upscale, behind the scenes type of stuff, too.
No, but like it's still a tour. It's not. What I'm saying is like what can you do after that, right? What can you do? And when you wake up in the morning, are you gonna have a toilet, or you gotta have a hole,
Yeah,
You
dig
know.
a hole.
right? When you wake up in the morning, can you order room service, or do you have to walk out the next with the slipper and says, "Can I have this?" On the newspaper?
Here's a good one. Will you
know.
have air conditioning? That's the real question.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Probably not.
Would you have electricity? Well, you gotta use candles at night. Well, the only light you gotta have is your cigar.
But don't put that thing in my head, please. I need air
No, it's
conditioning.
not gonna be like that. But you know what I'm saying, right? We're talking about the quality of the location, how developed it is, right? And obviously, it's not gonna be you're not gonna be able to find a resort. You're not gonna be able to find a I don't know, Hilton's hotel with 5-star services. Wake up in the morning with 5 espresso. You gotta wake up in the morning, get your own coffee ground, go figure it out.
God
Okay.
damn.
Now, I've heard that, like, Esteban Carrera, I was talking to the rep for Esteban Carrera, and he mentioned that they have a compound, and any guests that come there, like, so they will fly them in and bus them to their factory, and they pretty much have a compound. And the idea is that you stay on the compound the whole time. You're not out running around the city and things like that. So it's a whole different experience inside their area. But I believe they set up tours. I think they've added that as part of their company, is that they will set up these tours and make arrangements for people so that they are more comfortable, more familiar. It's more familiar to them. So it'd be interesting to know what Carrillo has for that, or what other factories we might be able to go to.
Yeah, the
I
setup
don't-
tour is gonna be. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I basically, obviously, a setup organized tour, they already have to figure it out, right? They know, what people need to stay in, what they're paying for. Organize them all together so they can party during the day and party during the night, however they want it, after they're done with the tour and everything. So they set it up. They know that everywhere outside of that is dangerous, right? We know that kind of places, if you don't know the locals, you don't know where you're going, you can get yourself in trouble. So like the way they set it up, that obviously it's good. So when we set it up, we probably have to follow them exactly how they planned it. There's no McDonald's runs for sure, Martin. Well, I don't know. Martin might be able to find the locals and be like, "Hey, hola," I don't know.
Hey, hey,
but
compadre.
Right, but I don't know. Me going there, I'm locking myself in the freaking room until somebody say, "You may come out now." So,
What the hell?
so that's what's gonna happen. So I am not saying that that kind of location is not good. I mean, obviously, when I go to cruises, I go to Caribbean, I go to Honduras and stuff like that. I've seen how it is, right? It does feels like 1970s, 1980s Asia. It feels
It feel like that?
yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
they do have Wi-Fi in some places.
It's,
And half the places that I went to has AC. The other half has fan.
Oh, the fan.
So,
Yes, of course, the
yeah,
fan.
the fan, but that fan is blowing hot air.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm just worried about that a little bit. So I mean, obviously, us guys, we can probably bear through with it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
the worst case scenario, just have a cold shower, right?
Yeah.
But for the girls, no way, they're not going. They're
No,
not going if there's
they
no
would
resort.
hate that.
Yeah,
They would hate that.
yeah, they're not going. So, but I'm pretty sure we can party all the way to the night. You're not gonna feel it.
So you said 1980s, right? 1980s.
Something like 1980s.
Yeah. So that means they have boom boxes.
They actually do. I went to so many places. They have a
Yeah.
boombox playing music.
Yeah.
Like on the
I know.
beachside massage and stuff like that. They have boomboxes playing music.
I know. Well, and
So-
what we're saying is it's a stereotype, right? Yeah, I get that.
It's type stereo. Stereotype. It's type stereo. Oh my god.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah, but yeah, I gotta say that I'm nervous because it's very different to do a out of country outing with a group versus a in the country outing with a group. Because let's be honest, right? Each states are somewhat similar. You're not going too far away from
home.
your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like if you can buy clean water in your home and you go to this state, you still gotta be able to buy clean water in CVS, right? But if you go to DR, do not touch the fridge. Wait, does that fridge even work? I'm not trying to say that it's bad. I'm just saying that you gotta have lower your expectation of what is gotta be there because that's how how they are
I don't know.
over there. And
Y'all better look out. If I get snatched, boy, y'all.
we're not bailing you out.
No, man, I got snatched. I didn't do anything wrong. I just got snatched.
We gotta say we
Wow.
don't know this guy. He's just gonna be
don't know
gone.
him.
We don't know this guy.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I don't know this guy, so yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, like I say, I'm gonna lock myself in the room until that you may come out. And I'll open the door. May I step forward? Yes, you may. 15 step forward, turn left. I will follow to the exact. So I'm not gonna get myself in trouble.
Oh, I
For
gotta
sure.
go. I at least try to get my own coffee, man.
Oh my god, Albert, of all the cigars that you try at Miami, I'm talking about all of them, every single one of them. Which one's your favorite?
Wow, that's a good
Which
question.
smoke of that entire trip was your favorite?
Well, I hate doing the favorite thing because I don't.
Which one you enjoy the most?
I enjoyed quite a few of them. I certainly enjoyed the 10-year at Espinosa. That was really good. That was a nice flavored stick. I've had it before, but maybe the environment that I was in, that was really nice. There were several sticks that I had at Little Havana that was really, really tasty that he recommended. I was able to try out a few that I had not tried before. I can't remember exactly which ones they were. Honestly, I have to look at my pictures and kind of fill that out a little bit. There were I also smoked some familiar ones when I was at the Empire. I did try a different one at City Cigar. It was I can't remember the name, but it was a little. I was smoked out. I mean, there was a lot of. We were just smoking a lot of cigars that day, and your palate just kind of gets burnt out. And I just wanted something kind of light, so I picked out a Connecticut, and man, I wish I remembered the name, but it was a nice little cigar. It was something that that lounge, I think, kind of carried. Brandon knew what it was. He recognized the brand pretty immediately, but it was just tasty. But there's a lot of different ones. I smoked some Cuevas while I was there. I wanted to try to buy some just so that they'd have to order some more maybe, which I thought was kind of good and kind of pay homage to our trip, our event there as well. What I really enjoyed was the event cigar that we had that Michael picked out, or he had ordered from Casa Cuevas. That was really nice. The Patrimonio in that particular format was was different. And what was really cool about it is when we first got there, we had a chance to smoke a Prensado Habano, and then he also had the Patrimonio. I think it was in the Grand Robusto size, was it? And so I smoked one of those, knowing that I would smoke the event cigar just to kind of compare that. And sure enough, they're not way different, but it was nice. It seemed like the 48 ring gauge box press Patrimonio was I liked it better. It's a little creamier, a little smoother than the other. So I hate, I didn't answer your question, which one I like the most. I just had a wide range of cigars that, I tried to pick out different ones that I had not smoked before, but I also kind of picked out some that, were familiar. And I just enjoyed every cigar I've enjoyed. I didn't put one down. I didn't take 2 puffs out of a cigar, Tony, and put it down and say this is shit. that didn't happen once. They were all really good and enjoyable. So.
So in terms of like the opposite, right? Like, is there one that you regret purchasing?
Not at all. No, they were all good. I was very careful. I was very careful about it.
And I really think that here's the thing, right? When you smoke a cigar with a good friend, even bad cigar tastes good. I don't know if everybody agree with me. Like, I can smoke a bad cigar and I can forget all about it and it'll be fine because I'm having a good conversation.
Right.
Like, I can forget about the taste. So.
Right. But that being said, I didn't have one that was bad. I don't recall complaining about any of them really. And so that was nice about it. That was a really good experience.
How about the price? Like, do you feel like I personally feel like Miami cigar price is slightly high, in my opinion. But what do you feel?
No.
Well, at Empire,
I don't think so.
I expected them to be high, and they weren't. They were very reasonable. They might have been maybe $1 here or there on certain ones, or $2 more on certain ones, but then you could find others that were like, oh yeah, that's pretty normal price for it. So I was impressed by that actually.
Yeah, I do feel like they're selective, right? Certain cigars are extremely high added, and all the other ones are like, okay, I can understand why this price is like what you buy normally. So they're very selective on certain cigars for some reason. One thing I do notice is that every shop we go to has Opus 6. Pretty much every shop that has a pile of Opus 6 and a pile of God of Fire there. Pretty much every shop has that. But no one's buying them. They're just there for show. Except Eric.
So?
Just saying.
Right, okay, first of all, right now it's a season for Opus X. They're coming in. You know that, right? They're coming in for the holidays. It happened every year.
What's that have to do with those? Those ones I see in the cabinet is probably as old as my grandma. They're like,
how do you know?
There's a layer of dust on them.
Maybe they are a new shipment, right? Come on.
I just say there's a layer of dust on them. No one's touching them except you.
So what? I like them.
Your fingerprint's still there.
Probably yes, but he don't have my DNA, just fingerprints.
And I really think that people who smoke over there, like based on what I see, people are picking out, like when they're there, they see cigar similar to how Mike did. Like no cigar should be costing extra amount of money, kind of thing. Like they just pick up normal cigars and smoke.
Yep.
I rarely see anybody pick up a cigar over $40 to smoke over there.
Yep. I honestly, yeah, I saw that too. I saw everybody just smoking cigars that's not
sub $10.
Yeah,
sub $10 cigars. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I feel like me and Eric is like, oh, walk in, hey, there's a roll. I pick a roll and smoke. Oh, here's $45 cigar. Let's pick one of those. Yeah,
yeah. Which is it's fine. Not saying anything bad about that.
I mean, what you smoke doesn't really matter, right? It's the conversation that's down.
It really doesn't.
So it's like, can you go to a restaurant and order 2 different food? Yeah, you could. Right? I mean, I order a bowl of noodle. Eric just like, hey, 5 espressos, please.
I had a bowl noodle as well, man, with 5 espresso, yes. But, I did have a bowl noodle.
You Like it's not even complimentary breakfast. It's like every breakfast. You're gonna die.
You mean when you mean every breakfast? Everywhere I go, you're gonna die.
Everywhere you go, you sit down. What would you like to drink? Hua shots espresso, please.
Yep. And they just look at
And
me.
the
Like,
first thing you can see it, and they don't even have to say it. It's in their eyes. You're gonna die. Are you sure? I don't want to have to call 911. Can you just get 2 for now, and I'll give you 2 later after you finish this 2?
yeah.
Every single one of them. Every single
time.
one of them. Albert, which out of the shop that we went to? I mean, obviously some of them don't have drinks, right? But which one you think had the best drink?
You know, I didn't drink while I was there. I don't think I had one.
You didn't have any soda or anything?
I had a $12 Pellegrino water, and
$12?
it was $12 for like a 0.75 liter. Yeah. So I nursed that.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Well, you know,
It really dried my mouth out too. It really dried my mouth out. I was like, man, this is crazy. So I think I did get like
Should've
a
got
Coke
Topo
while I was
Chico.
there, but I didn't do a lot of drinking. I didn't drink. Yeah, no, I kind of laid. I didn't mess with it too much. I was trying to watch my money a little bit. I wanted to make sure I had enough to buy the boxes of cigars that I had an opportunity to buy, and I definitely wanted to support Michael and then also if there was an opportunity to buy some things that I wanted to make sure I had that kind of covered. So I knew if I started, because when you start buying mixed drinks and whatnot, the price, kind of shoots up. I also wanted to buy some cigars here and there at the lounges, and I wanted to make sure that kind of stayed in check. It was. Now I know James purchased a whiskey a bourbon there for him and Val, and he was able to find something that he doesn't normally get or that he knows about that they had, and they enjoyed that there. So, and that was at Empire. I know he had a drink there, but I was trying to lay off of it. I just wanted to kind of enjoy the moment and not really get tied up with that.
I couldn't drink because I was Ubering most of the time.
Yeah. Well, no, you have your espressos anyway, so it's not like anything. But let's talk about this. Like
the coffee was good, by the way. Let me say that at the Fiora little breakfast place, the coffee was really good. And I know the coffee was really good at the Cuevas house as well, and they gave us the Cuban coffee.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice.
Cuban coffee, they're good.
Yeah,
that was good.
I did ask.
They're very sugary, though. They're very sugary.
It was.
I like it. That was
that was nice. That was nice. I did ask him if I could have an Americana, and he kind of looked at me weird. So that was kind of funny.
Add water. There you go. Cubicana.
Yeah, Cubicana.
Add water to it. Yeah, Cubicana. Yeah. Let's end with this question today. Were you content with the amount of cigar that you bring home, or would you wish you had brought more money?
I wish I had brought more money. Definitely.
You wish you had brought more money, so you were not content with the amount of cigar you brought back.
I mean, I'm glad I was able to buy the box of the Legion cigar, but I wanted to buy a box of the Encore when we were at EP, and I don't think we had the opportunity to buy anything at Espinosa, did we?
No, they were not ready for us. It's like an afterthought for us to get there. So, but we did get freebies. So,
yeah, I mean that was kind of nice. But yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I wish I would have been able to buy maybe 2 boxes at EP, and then the 1 box of Casa Cuevas.
well, keep in mind, whatever that's available in EP is available in Little Guy Cigar Shop's
True.
catalog. So,
But I mean,
so you could just buy from.
we got a really good discount. So
No, it's the same discount that you have got with him.
Same thing.
Legion
EP?
discount. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all Legion discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just it just happened that we were there. We get swag.
Right.
Yeah, and signature. That's the only difference, really. Because the person who's billing you is still Michael.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what about Albert? Were you content or would?
Oh, I was very content with it. I got what I wanted. I didn't. I don't think I left anything that didn't, that I was hoping to get, but I just couldn't. I'm kind of glad we were not able to really purchase at Espinosa in a way, because it probably would have blown my budget a little bit for EP Carrillo and the Legion cigars. But I came back with about 110, 120 cigars when it was all said and done, including the freebies. And then I purchased probably about 12 cigars while I was there. So that was it was a pretty good haul, actually. So the hard part's going to be is to smoke these, right? That's going to be the hard part, because I kind of want to leave these alone for a while. But I'm a little low in my humidor, and I need to go ahead and just kind of smoke through these, which would definitely help.
I guess you can wait 2 months.
Right.
Wait 2 months, or maybe I'll do some raffles and then give away some of these cigars, because I know I'm not going to smoke them. Go ahead, Albert. Any more? Anything you want to add?
No, that was good. No, I think that kind of covers it. I was able to bring back some different sticks that I hadn't tried before, and then also, but yeah, I had a pretty good haul, so no regrets there.
All right, let's talk about Trent's fucking major haul.
We have around the same amount of cigar, and I can tell you that we were disappointed. Eric and I were very disappointed on the way.
Very disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Why?
Yeah. We didn't buy enough. There's not a lot for us to buy.
Because, dude, we didn't see anything that we could buy. That's the problem. Me and Tony were looking so hard for something to buy, and yeah, we had we were under budget.
Yeah,
I wish I was.
I thought we were gonna spend like $5,000-$10,000.
I was hoping. I told Tony before the meet. I was like, I got $5,000. How about I want to blow it, and I end up spending only like $2,000. I was like, okay.
The thing is that we even went to 2 Neptunes.
Yeah, we went
just to
to
find
2
cigars to
Neptunes.
buy.
Yep. Yeah, we were.
But there wasn't a lot. Yeah, we were kind of disappointed. We came back that way. All we have was like 120 cigars. That's all we got.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
So what was the issue? What was the issue, that you had smoked all the different ones that were available, or what was going on with that?
Yeah, I had quite a few of them already. That's the problem, right? And I'm trying to find something new, something interesting that will catch my eye.
Oh, gotcha.
But most of them.
Let's just say this way, right? Like when we go to the shop, right? You walk into the shop and you start browsing. You see majority is common brand. I mean, like the General Cigar, Vintage and stuff like that, Heritage stuff. And obviously we just got to skip that like all along, right? And then if they carry Davidoff, it's the standard Davidoff, which
it's a standard,
boxes of it. And we went to Davidoff themselves, everything run out. Everything we want. We're like, bring out a 10-pack of Oro Blanco. We got to blow $6,000 right now. And they don't have it.
They don't have it.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't have it. So like everything we try to spend money on, they don't have. Except one, right? We did see that Dom Pepper everywhere. Kind of, after we stopped looking for it. And after we smoked it, we didn't think it was worth the price range at that time.
At that time,
we might still buy it at the end, but but at the time, we smoked this like, is this really worth $800? So we didn't buy that.
Oh, when I move, I'm gonna order it. Like, don't worry.
But keep in mind, like the thing is that the cigar price range that we are starting with is already very high. So we were surprised that we went under our budget, because we bought a box of late hour that was $800, one box.
Yep.
So, like, we thought we were gonna go, thousands of dollars. Turns out our food costs more than our cigars.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, like, just taking the missus out to eat and then come back, surprisingly, you can go to the food hall and blow $200. I was very surprised at that. Like $200, you can go to a restaurant, eat very nicely. But we went to food hall.
We went to a food hall. Yeah, that's a little,
That's crazy.
And they want $10 parking too.
Yeah, and that too. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that's one thing
$200.
I did not plan for parking. You have to pay to park everywhere you go.
I'm fine
Oh,
with
no,
that. It's just
I
that their signs are very confusing.
Yes.
Like one side has a sign, the other side doesn't have a sign. We can pay for it, but like as soon as we park, someone say, "Hey, they towed here."
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
So
Yeah.
like, where am I supposed to park? We don't know, I mean, and then we have this, I have this driver that will drive reverse direction on one ways and park opposite. So we try to play safe and just look at parking lots to go. But luckily, we did have 2 parking that were free, right? So
Yes.
one of them we had to run
We
within
have to
30
run.
minutes.
We have to rush 30 minutes. Yep.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
the other one surprisingly free for some reason. So
yeah. Tell the truth, I didn't mind the pay for parking as long as I know my car is safe. I don't really care.
Yeah.
because it's not a rental. So if it's anything, that's the car value goes down. And look at the way Miami people drive.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! You think New York is back? New York is actually a lot better than Miami. After you look at Miami people drive.
Oh yeah, at least New York, they don't fucking just cut to the other fucking opposite lane and try to, hey, can I get through? Like, fuck you, bitch. We trying to get through.
The bridge is about to go up. You can't turn left, but I can turn right. Can you just let me go? Where are you going to go?
Where are we going? Like,
there's a car can fly or something like that. Holy shit! So yeah, it was bad. That area was bad. My wife absolutely loved that space, that area, because she liked the view. She liked the the way the building is. She liked the amenities. I was like, that area, I don't ever want to be in that area. Next time I'm going to Intercontinental because they don't have the one way.
Please, Tony.
That one way was horrible.
Me and my girl was talking about it. I like, next time we do this, please go get somewhere. The fucking road will be better for us. Like, goddamn.
I didn't know it was all one way. I didn't know it was all one way. Like, 2 blocks away, then you had the Intercontinental, which is like the same price range. With the Starbucks downstairs. Next time, I don't know if they have a big bathtub. I did enjoy the bathtub.
I don't know, but Starbucks downstairs is nice.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're doing either. I think they can barely speak English.
So what? But still, it's still coffee. Starbucks downstairs.
Everybody
not
spoke
freaking
Spanish.
Freaking.
Like my wife was like, "Can I get an egg bite?" They're like, "What's egg bite?"
It's an egg bite. Come on, bro. You
Should
work
have
at
been like
Starbucks.
huevos. Give me huevos.
Right? So it was like, okay, maybe they're all new and everything. We're not in a rush, but I don't know how I will feel if I actually stay in that hotel. I probably want to talk to the manager a few times.
Well, I'm just saying, this is better than us walking over there, right?
Yeah, but surprisingly, Eric and I, we're going back to Miami very soon to get some project done. Project AA. Will be on the way.
We sticking with that?
What?
Yeah,
What are we?
Project AA.
All right.
What's this project that we don't know about?
Project AA. Look it up.
Oh God.
It's like AA battery. Albert knows.
Albert, no. Yeah.
Yeah, Project AA. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it started. So we'll be back in Miami very soon, in a few months after Aaron move and everything. So
Just make sure that you in the package you put a AAA with it.
yeah, I know I might put an 8-volt or 9-volt battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Copperhead. Yeah, you never know. And that literally will be also the precursor and preparation for the one that to bring the whole Legion over there, or anybody who want to participate. So it's really go feel it out how it's gonna be, so I know how to organize it. So everything is all sitting on this project, and obviously the one for Germany will be like, get yourself over there, we'll figure it out. That's what's gonna be for the Germany one.
It'll be fun. It'll be a lot
Get
of
yourself
fun.
over there, we'll figure it out.
And you can move around
so-
in Germany. You can move around a lot more. You'll figure it out.
Germany is relatively modern, right? They speak English. It's modern. There's transportation. There is things that you can get. You can get to places relatively easily. You can have people that you ask. It's safer than DR for sure. So I don't have to worry as much. You just get yourself there and have fun, right? But something like DR, something like a factory tour, something like that, we had to get it organized and make sure they know, and everything's all set, the specific date. Unfortunately, everything will have to be prepaid. I can't deal with hey, we're going 20 people and then only 10 people show up. I can't do that. Everybody has to prepay it. And if you don't show up, sorry, you got to pay for your shit. Hopefully you have your travel insurance. So, yeah. So I think that we will have a part 3 of this. because I feel like aside from the way that we feel about this trip, now we talk about the cigars that we bought, the cigar we enjoyed, and stuff like that. I do want to have another round of summary, maybe with another one or two members joining us, kind of get their talk on it too, to wrap up this topic. So we will have one more part of this. Might not be next week. Might be a couple weeks later. Once we have settled down everything. I think a lot of people still try to digest this. I'm still trying to digest this.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brendan earlier. Brendan said he still trying to digest this, and maybe Lewis tried to recover from that.
Nope. Now I'm hungry for more. I'm done digesting. I'm hungry for more.
Everybody feel the same way. Trust me. Everyone, when we first came back from the first one, we're like, oh, that's over. It's over that quick. Holy shit, I wish it was another day, right? Texas too. We went through all that trouble to go over there. Came back, like, wait, that's over? And now this thing, 5 days. 5 days we came back. Oh, man, I wish I can just go to the lounge right now. Who's down? Where's next lounge do we go? Right? And, it takes time to kind of that memory, that fun time. Why does it fly by so fast? Why does it go by so fast? Because you have fun. Every day, as much as we talk about this, I think Anderson by now he knows why we tell him that there's no time for strip bar, there's no time for strip clubs. You don't have any time.
I mean, there is, but are you willing to be tired?
There's no.
Why
time
are you looking? You'll be sleeping on that chair when they're giving you dance.
Right.
Sorry.
That's what I'm saying, though. Are you willing to just lay back and have titties rub your face and don't care about it?
That's asking you to make a choice, right? Do you want to hang with your bros, or do you gotta go
you hang with the hoes?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You kind of have to make that choice. I don't think anybody will choose the hoes, so it is what it is. All right.
I'm too old for that shit.
That's it for our particular broadcast today, and we'll have another week and something like that. Maybe we'll record a few more interviews very soon, and bring some interesting topic to everybody. So I will see everybody next week, and that will be it. Bye, guys.
All right. Yeah, good night, guys.
See you.
You've been listening to the In the Shadows podcast. There's nothing like a fine cigar, and that's our passion. And on the show, we'll talk about everything and anything cigars. And you know what happens when you get a bunch of guys together smoking cigars. The conversations go on. And that is what this show is all about. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. Remember, everything you need is on YouTube at Soy Sauce Assassin. The live show is every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And get cigar reviews. Wishing you long ashes. We'll see you next time on In the Shadows podcast.